philosophy as Kamala, bringing back the joy.
Bringing back the joy?
The joy, yes.
Yeah. How did that work for Kamala? Just asking.
Hey man, let's jump right into it. Dolton Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard is in the spotlight again. Fair use.
Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard, who is also Thornton Township supervisor, is suing both Dolton trustees and the township's Democratic caucus after losing the nomination for her leadership role.
She claims the caucus process was unfair and accuses State Senator Napoleon Harris, the caucus leader, of voter suppression. In Thornton Township, Henyard claims Harris and caucus organizers locked out supporters during the December 3rd nomination meeting, forcing many to stand outside in freezing weather. She alleges the process was rigged and says the decision to hold a caucus instead of a primary denied voters their rights. Harris denies the claims, insisting the caucus followed state tradition.
It's about the process as a whole. It's about the people. I've always stood for the people. That's why I'm called the people's mayor, the people's supervisor. And that evening, I was very confident that I will be victorious in getting a nomination because the people really do stand with me. But I was not able to display that because our voices was taken.
In Dolton, Henyard's lawsuit accuses trustees of limiting her power to appoint leaders like police chief and village attorney. Trustees and caucus members deny the claims, calling the lawsuits a distraction.
Today,
RJ.
KaiR, if I just look at her face when she speaks, she's smiling the whole time, as if she's not believing herself. Can you just play just like a small part where she's talking? Let's play it without sound, just so you can see what I mean. It's just she smiles like she doesn't believe herself, like she's like, yo, I'm really talking, trying to convince them. Just look at the face. This is something serious, right? Here she's...
Sorry, smiling.
And it's like, yo, I can't believe myself. Look at that, man. I find it... Yeah.
It's of the same philosophy as Kamala, bringing back the joy.
Bringing back the joy?
The joy, yes.
Yeah. How did that work for Kamala? Just asking. Guys, before we continue with the show, remember to rate it by pressing the like button, follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. KaiR, we did a show about Tiffany last week. It actually got a lot of engagements. We actually had someone who said, who claimed at least, that he or she was also present that day.
That's gonna be the comment of the week, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna talk about that. Comment.
You can tell a bit more about that comment because I think it's very interesting. You're right. The fact that the person said she was there 3 hours before the caucus.
Yeah. We would appreciate if you guys can confirm it, of course, those of you who were there. But yeah. And she said that she wouldn't accept it and that she would litigate. And so, yeah, take it away, KaiR. What can you tell us this week?
Well, as you can see, she is suing. And it's been quite a hectic week because I'm going to show another video of other people standing up for her. Well, other people that know her. Other people that share the same home as her. Other people that, well, let's see. Yes.
Calls herself super mayor, not giving up in her battle to be on the ballot for next year's election for Thornton Township supervisor. Today, Tiffany Henyard and her supporters held a fiery call to action meeting.
I keep telling them, put some respect on my name.
Tiffany Henyard and her...
The Birdman. She would change her name. Run Birdman of the politics. Well, we know how that ends. gonna end. What happened to
Burr,
that
man.
girl? What happened to that mayor? What happened to that mayor? They put a caucus in that mayor.
Yo. Okay.
let's
Put some respect. The only thing left is for her to say, Google me. Yeah, go ahead.
Google me. Google me.
My name.
Fail.
Tiffany Henyard and her supporters
This young lady deserves that seat. She's done a hell of a job.
speaking out about what they call unfair practices at this week's Democratic caucus for Thornton Township Supervisor. Henyard was denied a place on the township ballot for re-election because she didn't have a certified assessor on her ticket. That's what we were told by an attorney, with State Senator Napoleon Harris getting the Democratic nomination instead.
On December 3rd, 2024, your right to vote was hijacked by your committeeman, Senator Napoleon Harris. That's
something that she keeps saying, your right to vote. I have a problem with that because if a lie unchallenged will become the truth in people's minds. It's not the right to vote that is being taken away. It's the right to vote for her.
Yeah. Semantics.
This is a mess. She keeps saying your right to vote has been taken away. No. You can vote whoever you want.
Yeah.
You cannot vote for her. You have to write her in.
Yeah, so I guess the only thing that matters here is whether or not the democratic rules and procedures were followed.
Yep.
A lot of people like to say, hey, I have the freedom to do this, I have the freedom to do that. But according to the Constitution, and you see that all across the world, in constitutions, usually a right is acknowledged, but there are clauses that give the government, or at least certain governmental bodies, the power to limit said rights and freedoms if there are legitimate reasons. For example, the most obvious one, KaiR. We had a couple of Diddy episodes, and we did cover the Diddy raids that took place. So the raids that was done at his 3, I believe, houses, mansions, homes. That's an invasion of privacy. That's trespassing, right? But it's legal because there's a procedure that if you follow that procedure, which means you need to show that there are reasonable grounds to do so, and only like certain officials can do it, and you would need a signature here and a stamp there. But if that is done, you are allowed to, let me say, legally infringe, legally invade, legally limit someone's right or freedom. So in this case, the only question is, she's talking about taking away their right to vote. If the laws and the procedures, right, the regulations, allowed the party to choose a caucus instead of the usual practice, then you can't really say they took it away. So the question is, did that happen lawfully? According to her, she was locked out. People weren't allowed to get in. So a lot of things were said. And did you see in the clip, she said, I'm your mayor, I'm your supervisor. She even forgot what role she is in, because she's calling herself a super mayor. And I believe you told me that as a mayor, her annual salary was
50K.
50K.
50K. It's a supervisor. It's a Thornton
supervisor.
Supervisor. That's 225.
250K.
Yeah, 225, I think.
225K.
Yeah.
So that's like
that's
almost
money.
5 times.
Yeah, that's where the money is. Now she's only making 50K.
Yeah. And so,
Of course, she's gonna fight.
yes, she has to fight it, and we know she has the money. She's been the Thornton Township supervisor, and we also know that according. So this is not what. Okay, so this is not what the double thought is saying, but according to the rumors, if the rumors are true, we know that she didn't use her own money because allegedly she was using OPM, other people's money.
Tiff,
I have hey, KaiR. She was rich dad poor daddying.
She's rich dad poor dad everything. Tiff,
According to and let me just say this, according to the various news outlets, right? So it's like it's contradictory. It's like head on contradictory. So which one is the truth? Who knows?